Hey friends, welcome to another episode of The Tail of the Dragon by Martial Arts Chronicles. I'm JC Garrett, as you know. Just finished up the 9 a.m. CAP stand-up class. Coach Vanessa usually is instructing this one. She's out on vacation. So Coach Ish, a new instructor that I graduated in the instructor training program with a few weeks back, stepped up and led the class and built on some cool combinations that Vanessa's been having us work. So really grateful for that. We were doing advancing and retreating, jab cross, either hook or a round lead hook to a round kick, or a jab cross, switch round kick, advancing. So it's working those combos, and I always love these combos. As you've heard me speak before, that like in the beginning they might feel a little bit awkward, but after working through it and putting in a few reps, you begin to feel the flow, and you begin to feel where the steps are that set up the next strikes that are coming. One leads into the other. Really grateful for that. Rib has made some progress. I took all last week off from Sunday on after the Chris Howder seminar, as per suggested by the comp team instructors, coaches, that this thing's going on week 10 now, and though it's made progress and healed some, it continues to come back. I'll roll or something and I'll get some weight put on it, or somebody will go knee on belly and I'll feel it, or I'll take a kick in sparring, and then it'll be back. So feeling all right today. A little bit of pain in it during coughing and certain movements and stuff, but not maybe like a pain level of 2 or 3. So I'm definitely making progress, but grateful for that. Very grateful to be making progress on that and continuing my journey. So I'm thinking more about competing, and what that looks like. What will that mean for me? What kind of training am I going to have to do? Obviously, the first part of that is I've got to get healed. I got to get healed up before I can train to the level of what I'm going to need to do in order to compete. Still have that seed in the back of my mind of potentially maybe a handful of MMA fights, a few. I could see myself doing 3 or so. Just to try it out, just to challenge myself, to evolve myself, and put myself in challenging situations, and see what comes from them. See what kind of growth I can catalyze by doing so. At the very least, I'll be competing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments, grappling tournaments, as they're so called now. So at the very least, that. I haven't experienced a lot of competition in my life personally. I did do a bit of sports in my middle school years, basketball, a little bit of baseball, and I played a season of football, but fell out of it. Didn't have. It wasn't a huge priority in my household. Sports wasn't. Working was. To work was the priority. So this will be kind of somewhat of a new thing for me, in some respects. Though I've seen my kids growing up competing in different forms: baseball, football, basketball. My daughter competed heavily in 4-H with her horses, and doing different trials, dressage, and a little bit of barrel racing, and things like that. So most of the experience that I've had, that I'm familiar with competing, has been on the tertiary. Watching my kids do their thing, and so I know for them it has catalyzed so much growth to be able to do that. And so at 47 laps around the sun, I see myself taking up some competition and seeing what comes from that. So be looking forward to seeing some of those matches and what that comes. I'll definitely keep you all posted on what that looks like. But going back to Coach Ish stepping up and taking the reins today. I'd like to hear about a time from you, friends, where something didn't go as planned, someone didn't show up, or something in that way where you possibly had to step up and kind of take charge because there was no leadership there, or it was just a little bit of chaos, and you could tell that the group needed to have some more structure and somebody kind of heading up the pack. So love to hear your stories and how that went for you, and what you learned from that experience. So leave that in the comments below if you would. And as always, if you like what I'm doing here, please like and subscribe, share it with a friend that you might think gets some value out of it. And again, thanks for following along with Tail of the Dragon. Enjoy beautiful now, my friends.